Uh, I always have a little bit of issue with this when uh, I always have a little bit of issue with this when there we go. So once again, I'll run through the lineup here at Great America Park. We do have Jimmy leading off for the Phillies. It is Jimmy Rollins batting second. It is the center fielder Shane Victorino batting third. The second baseman Chase Utley batting fourth. The first baseman Ryan Howard batting fifth. The left fielder Pat Burrell batting sixth. The right fielder Jeff Jenkins batting sixth. Batting sixth Jeff Jenkins. Batting seventh, the third baseman Pedro Fariz. Batting eighth, the catcher Carlos Ruiz. And batting ninth, the pitcher Kyle Kendrick. On the mound is Josh Frog. Frog, 2 wins, 7 losses, a 7.58 ERA, 78.1 innings, 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 97 hits, 45 strikeouts, 26 walks. We're here at Great America Park, which gives a +1 to strikeouts, nothing for walks, nothing for home runs. Rollins is ready as he takes his spot in the batter's box. Rollins batting a .538. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-1. 2-1 is going to be a range play. We go to the ballpark. And that's going to be 2-3. 2-3 is a blank. And we're already starting this game off with a rare play.
Popped up.
And it's a shallow pop up to right field at the second base chases, but doesn't hear the right fielder call and they collide. Resolve as a P4 range play. And we're going to check for injury to the second baseman. So that is a successful catch there. Phillips ranges on a 1-3. That is a 2.
An outstanding play.
And Brandon Phillips of the Cincinnati Reds will miss 1 game. And I am going to bring up my DH list here and put that in there. All right, and Phillips is out, so we're going to have to replace him. He is the second baseman. And he will miss 1 game, and that is going to be, let us go with Adam Rosales is going to take over at second base. And already we set the game off with an injury for Cincinnati, but it's 1 out for the Phillies. And that is going to bring up Shane Victorino. Shane batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-2. 6-2 is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-2 as well. And that's going to be a pop-up to second base.
You're out.
For out number 2. Chase Utley batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-4. That is going to be a strike. That's a 9. That's a 3. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
So at the end of that, it's going to be no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, the center fielder, Corey Patterson. Batting second, the shortstop, Jeff Keppinger. Batting third, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the second baseman, Adam Rosales. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Ryan Friel. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Joey Vito. Batting eighth, the catcher, Xavier Valentin. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Josh Frog. On the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies, it is Kyle Kendrick. Kendrick, 11 wins, 9 losses, 5.49 ERA, 155.2 innings pitched, allowed 194 hits, 68 strikeouts, and 55 walks. And with that, Patterson slowly makes his way to the batter's box as Kyle is finished warming up. Patterson batting a 143. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. 2-2 is a blank. And that is going to be 5-6. And that is a double star. That is a fly ball out there to Jenkins for out number 1. Next up, Jeff Keppinger, the shortstop, batting a .286 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-5. 2-5 is a strike. That's a 4. That's a 2. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And that is going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. batting a .417. Here's the pitch. 6-4. 6-4 is a blank. And that's going to be 1-1. That's going to be a line drive to second.
Out.
And the Phillies retire the Reds in order. No runs, no hits, no errors after 1. The score still tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Ryan, Pat, and Jeff due up for Philly. Ryan Howard batting a .308 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-3. 6-3 is going to be a hit by pitch. That is a +10. That's a 9. That's going to be a 13. And they plunk Howard with the ball. Did not get out of the way fast enough. And Ryan Howard takes first base on a hit by leading off by getting hit by the pitch. Hey, and there is BBN Sports Replay joining us here at Great American Ballpark. Hello there, sir. Welcome in. And that is going to bring up Pat Brawl. Pat Brawl batting a .500 average. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 2. Infield going to double play depth. So Philly's holding off on strat. And that's going to be a 4-4. 4-4 is going to be a strike. That's a 13. That's a 2. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 1 out. Infield still at double play depth as Jeff Jenkins comes up, batting a .250 average. Strategy roll is an 8. And that's going to be a 3-3. 3-3 is a blank. And that's going to be a 5-5. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. And that's going to be a double play. Roll. That's on the pivot table to the shortstop. That is going to be a 3. And that is a roll is equal to a less than. Ground double play is a 3. Nothing from the pitcher. So that is a 3. That is a 3. And that is a double play to retire the side.
Double play.
And So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Adam, and Ryan due up for Cincinnati. Adam Rolalis going in for the injured second baseman that happened in the top half of the first inning. 2-5. That is a strike. That's an 8. The 16 is too high. And that's going to be a 4-2. 4-2. Fly out there to Bro.
Out!
For out number 1. Adam Dunn steps up into the box now. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-3. We go to the ballpark. And that is going to be 3-6. 3-6 is a home run past Victorino. And that is a 20. That's a 6. And that ball is high. That ball is going back to the wall as Victorino goes after it, but he cannot get it. And that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Adam Dunn.
Back! Hey, hey!
And that puts the Reds on the board. Ryan Frill batting a 200 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is a hit by pitch. The 6th, that is a 15. That's a +10. The 16 is too high. And that's going to be 5-5. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Jenkins.
Out!
For out number 2. Joey Vito batting an 800 average. Here's the pitch. 6-1. Possible error. And that's going to be 5-4. 5-4 is a double past Victorino. Victorino's error rating is on a 1-3. That's a 13, so no error there.
And it's a double.
And Vito is on with a double. And that is going to bring up Xavier Valentin. Strategy rolls a 15, infield at normal depth. And that is going to be a 3-3. 3-3 is going to be a range play. And that is going to be a 5-5. That is going to be another double.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
And that scores in another run for the Reds. Reds have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
And that is going to bring up the pitcher, Josh Fogg. Strategy roll 9. So the Reds holding off on strat. That is going to be 3-6. 3-6. Possible error on a throw. 1-1. Fly ball to Jenkins.
You're out!
And that retires.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
And that retires the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. As the Reds leave 1 stranded. After 2, it's Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia nothing. We go to the top of the third. It is Pedro, Carlos, and Kyle due up for the Phillies. Pedro Phillies batting an .091 average. And that's going to be 3-3. 3-3 is a home run. That's an 8. That's a 2. You can kiss that ball goodbye. That ball is out of here. And Pedro leads off with a solo home run.
Long drive, watch this baby, way out of here. Tremendous home run.
And that cuts the lead down by 1, and Pedro leads off with a solo home run here in the third. And that is going to bring up Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz batting a 249, a 429 average, 4.6. That's a strike. That's a 7. The 11 is too high. And that's going to be 4-5. That is going to be a single for Ruiz. And Ruiz is on with a single. So Ruiz has a 7. That's a 1. Do we send him to steal? No, they are not sending him to steal, because that's a 7. Nothing for the steal, nothing from Valentine. However, I do feel lucky with this. Let's see. And that is a 13. And he got caught stealing.
Out.
So they got him out. Here's the pitch to Kyle Kendrick. Kendrick, 6-5. That is a walk plus. That's a 16. We add 10 to that. That's a 15. And they walk Kyle.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
All right, we go to the top of the order. Jimmy Rollins, 0 for 1. Strategy roll, 17. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is a blank. And that is going to be 6-4. 6-4 is going to be a pop-up to Keppinger.
You're out.
For out number 2. Next up, Shane Victorino. Victorino's 0 for 1 in today's game. Strategy roll 11. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-1. 6-1. Error on a ground ball. And that's going to be 3-3. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Patterson.
Oh.
And that retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Corey, Jeff, and Ken due up for Cincinnati. We go to the top of the order. Here's Corey Patterson batting 0 for 1. The pitch. 1-1, blank. 2-1, ground ball to Utley.
Out.
And that is out number 1. Jeff Keppinger up. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up at bat. And Beatles Eternally joins us here at Great American Park. Hello there, Beatles. Welcome in. Here's the pitch to Keppinger. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a blank. And that is going to be 3-1. 3-1, line drive to Freeze.
Out.
For out number 2. Ken Griffey Jr. comes up now. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a blank. And that is going to be 2-4. 2-4, fly ball out there to Brill.
Out.
And that retires the side. So the Phillies retire the Reds in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 4th. It is Chase, Ryan, and Pat due up for the Phillies. Chase Utley's 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up at bat. Here's the pitch. 4-1. Possible error. Utley. 2-6. Double star 5. Ground ball to Keppinger. Keppinger's error rating is a 1 to 4. That's a 3. And Utley is on with an error. That is a one-base error as he boots the ball to the outfield. He turns around. By the time he gets it, Utley is already on base. So Utley leads off with a single on an error. Score that one as an E6. And that is going to bring up Ryan Howard. Oh, strategy roll 17, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 2-1 range play at Great American Park. And that's going to be 2-5, 2-5.
Swing and a fly ball left field.
Fly ball out there to Dunn. Dunn's range is on a 1 to 3. That's a 2, and that is successful on that one.
Takes the hit away.
And he takes it away. 1 out. Utley staying on first. As Pat Burrell, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up at bat. Strategy roll 4, infield still at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a range play again at the ballpark. Once again, we go to Great American Park. 1-4. And that is going to be a home run pass Dunn. That is an HR. 19 is the range. That's a 19. And Pat Burrell hits a 2-run home run here in the top of the 4th.
Fly ball deep to left field. Hooking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
And that ball is out of here. Pat Burrell with a 2-run home run gives the Phillies a 1-run lead. Here in the top of the 4th, we go to as Jeff Jenkins comes up.
No throwing of any objects on the playing field.
And Jeff is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a walk plus. That's a 17. That's a 4. And that is a walk.
Walking. Good base on balls.
And we have a hit and run coming up, so the infield is going to come in for this. Here's the pitch to Pedro Flores, who's 1 for 1, has already scored a home run in today's game. That's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is a strike. That's a 7. The 15 is too high. 3-5, and that is going to be a single pass Patterson. And let's see, does Jenkins move? That is an S8, so that's going to be a -1 out there to Patterson. And that is a 4. The 4 is higher than the 3. Jenkins gets the hold side, and the Phillies have runners on first and second as Carlos Ruiz comes up.
Everybody clap your hands.
Carlos is 1 for 1 in today's game. Strategy rolls a 7. Infield at normal depth. And that's going to be 5-5. 5-5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Great American Park. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is a double star 6. That is a fly ball out there to Griffey. And Ken Griffey Jr. makes the catch.
You're out.
However, Jenkins does go to third on that advancement. It's a BR rating. If it is less than or equal, if the die roll is less than or equal to he will advance. And with that, Jenkins advances. He has a 3. That is a roll of a 1. So the Reds going to bring the corners in on this play. They do have runners on the corners on first and third. Strategy roll, 12. Nothing happening there, so Philly's holding off on strat. Jenkins, Kyle walked his last time up. That is a 1-5. That's a blank. And that's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is a strike.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And he struck him out. Let's see. No, we do not need to make any changes to Kirk's stats there. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 hits. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. After 3, Philadelphia 3, Cincinnati 2. We go to the top. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Adam, and Ryan due up. So here's the pitch to Adam. Adam is 0 for 1 in today's game. 2-2. 2-2 is a strike. That is an 8. That's an 8. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Adam Dunn, 1 for 1. Home run. And then he already hit one out of here. His first time up at bat. 5-6. 5-6 is a strike. That's a 15. That's a 4. And he struck him out.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Ryan Frill up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is a strike. That's a 9. That's a 1. And he struck him out.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So the Phillies retiring the Reds once again in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, it's Philadelphia 3, Cincinnati 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It is Jimmy Rollins, Shane Victorino, and Chase Utley due up for the Phillies. So once again, Josh is going to have to face the top of the lineup. And looking at Josh's card, he can face 3 more batters before he is tired. Jimmy Rollins 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-1 range play at Great American Park. And that's going to be 2-4. That's going to be a double star 3. That is a fly ball to Patterson.
Fly ball left center field. Tries to catch it.
Patterson's range is on a 1-2. That's a 4. And that is going to be a double with a 5 on the white die. On a double is a 5-6. And with that, Jimmy Rollins leads off with a double.
That is over his head, and that is out to the 5th.
And Rollins gets on with a double. We go to Shea. And that is going to bring up Shane Victorino. He is going to do a sacrifice play here. Victorino's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-5. 2-5 is a range, and that is an unsuccessful range play by Ryan Frill. And that is a great bunt. Everyone is safe with a single. So Rollins will move to second. Rollins goes to third. Victorino is on with a failed range bunt attempt.
Everybody clap your hands.
And that's going to bring the corners to double play depth here. Chase Utley is up. Utley is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a run scored. Strategy roll, 5. Nothing going on there. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-4. 1-4 is a walk. That's an 8. That's a 12. The 12 is too high. And that is going to be 1-6. 1-6, a fly ball out there to Griffey.
You're out!
And that isn't out there, but that is a sacrifice fly. We roll 1d6. If less than the SF rating of batter, the runner scores. And with that, Rollins scores. So it's 4-2. And that is going to bring up Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, 0 for 1. Josh Frog is now tired, so they are going to go out and talk to him on the mound. They are leaving him in. And with that, here is the pitch. 1-1. Wild pitch. That's a 5. And
Just a bit outside.
And yep, and it's just a bit outside. Here's the pitch to Ryan Howard on that. 1-1, ground ball to the shortstop. Victorino gets the hold, and the out is going to be at first, so he will not move.
Out!
2 outs, runner on second, and that's going to bring up Pat Burrell. Strategy roll 13, Burrell 1 for 2 with a home run already. 2 RBIs in today's game. That's going to be 5-4. 5-4 is a blank. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is a double star 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Dunn.
Out!
To end the inning. And the Phillies leave 1 stranded. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Joey, Xavier, and Josh due up for Cincinnati. Joey Vito is 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-2. 6-2. Home run chance. 1-19. That's a 5. Joey Vito needs a 12 or less for a home run. That's a 1. Vito squares up, points to center field, and that ball is out of here. Joey Vito leads off with a solo home run.
Holy cow! Look at this one!
And that cuts the lead down to 1. Next up, Xavier Valentine. Valentine 1 for 1. Already had a double in the game today. The pitch, 4-1. 4-1. Home run. That's an 8. The 15 is too high. And that's going to be 4-5, and that's going to be, instead, that's a ground ball to Jimmy Rollins. Rollins gets it, throws it over to Howard, gets the out, 1 away, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Josh Frog. Frog is 0 for 1 in the game today. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 4-4. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 6-1. 6-1, double star 2. And that is a ground ball to second. Utley with it, throws it over to Howard.
Out!
To get the out. So 2 away, we go to the top of the order once again, and that's going to be Corey Patterson. Here's the pitch. Corey's 0 for 2. And that's going to be 6-2. 6-2. home run chance on a 1-19. That's a 17. However, he needed an 8 or less. That's a 19. He was denied the home run. However, 1-3, fly ball out there to Jenkins.
You're out.
And that retires the side.
Be sure to visit our concession stands.
So, with 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 5, it's Philadelphia 4, Cincinnati 3. Phillies holding on to a slight 1-run lead here at the top of the 6th. And with that, the Reds are bringing in a new pitcher now, as we do have a right coming up. And for Cincinnati, let's see. They're going to bring in they're going to bring in for this inning Gary Majowski, Gary has allowed 3 hits and 1 walk. Did not even pitch an inning. So let's take a look here at the stats real quick for Josh Frog. Frog pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 wild pitch. Leaves the game with an ERA of 5.40. So he's done warming up. Here's the pitch. He is going to have to face Jeff, Pedro, and Carlos. 2-2. 2-2 is a strike. That's a 13. That's a 15. The 15 is too high. And that is going to be 1-3. 1-3, double star 6. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Patterson.
You're out!
For out number 1. And next up is going to be Pedro Fariz. Pedro is 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-4. 5-4. Home run chance on a 1-11. That's a 4. 8 or less for Pedro. That is an 8. And once again, Pedro hits his 2nd home run in this game, and he squares that ball out of here. Solo home run for Pedro Feliz.
Long drive. Watch this, baby. Way out of here. Tremendous home run.
And that is another solo home run for Pedro. 5-3 Phillies now. Carlos Ruiz up. Ruiz, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-2. 1-2 is a strike. And that is going to be 3-1. 3-1. Fly ball out there to Patterson.
You're out!
For out number 2. Kyle Kendrick is 0 for 1, has a walk and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-4. 3-4 is a single. And he smacked the single, Kyle. So he's on with that. All right, next up, Jimmy Rollins. We go to the top of the order. Rollins is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Strategy rolls 11. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. that's going to be 3-3. 3-3 is a walk plus. We're going to add 10. That's a 21. That's a 6. And they walk Rollins.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
All right, and that is it. Runners on first and second. And that is going to bring up Shane Victorino. Victorino's 1 for 3. Strategy roll is a 7. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-4. 3-4 is a single. And with that, Kendrick will score. Kendrick scores on a 1 through 6, so he was on second. So he is going to come home. Rollins will move to third on a 4 to 6. He has a 4. And there are runners now in the corners. And the Phillies have a 3-run lead. Reds getting ready to make that call to the bullpen as Cincinnati's bullpen is warming up. Chase Utley 0 for 2. Strategy roll 14. Here's the pitch. 1-6. Range play. 6-2. Fly ball to Griffey.
And a high shot down the right side.
Griffey's range is on a 1-2. That's a 1, and he got him.
An outstanding play.
And that retires the side, so the Phillies leave 2 stranded, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Jeff, Griffey, and Adam due up for Cincinnati. Jeff Keppinger is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. He struck out with a strikeout. And that's going to be 3-4. 3-4 is a range play. And that's going to be 5-5. That's going to be a fly ball out to the Victorino.
Fly ball left center field. Tries to catch it.
Victorino's range is on a 1-3. That's a 5. And that is going to be a single. So Jeff leads off with a single.
Let that ball get by him.
All right. It got by him, but Reds are up. And as we know, no lead is safe here at Inside Pitch. So we have a 1. We have a steal attempt here. And that's going to be a 14. That's a 6. So for Jeff, he's right. So that's going to be a -1. And that is a 14.
Safe.
So Keppinger is over at second. Here's the pitch to Griffey. Griffey, 5-3. That's a walk. That's a 13. That's a 6. And they walk Griffey.
Walking. Good base on balls.
All right, runners on first and second, infield at double play depth. Strategy roll 16 as Adam Rosales is up. Rosales 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The pitch. And that's going to be 1-2. 1-2 is a blank. And that's going to be 6-4. 6-4. Double star 4, and that's going to be a fly ball out to the bro.
Out!
1 away. Keppinger gets the hold sign. And next up, it's going to be Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn's 1 for 2 with a home run, a strikeout, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 3. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-6. 6-6 is a strike. That's a 15. The 20 is too high. 4-1.
Out!
And that's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. for out number 2. Infield now at normal, goes back to normal depth. Strategy roll 12. Ryan Frill, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-6. 5-6 is a strike. That's a 9. The 19, however, way too high. And that's going to be 5-2. 5-2, double star 1. And that is a ground ball to the shortstop, to Rollins.
Out!
For out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors as the Reds leave 2 stranded. After 6, it's Philadelphia 6, Cincinnati 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It is Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, and Jeff Jenkins due up for the Fightin' Phils. And that is going to do it for Gary. And Gary is going to come out of the game. And that is going to be... They're going to bring in... Jared Burton is going to come in. We have a... No, they want a left. That's going to be Kent. Kent Mecker is going to come in. Actually, no. Danny Herrera, sorry. Can't make up my mind. Danny Herrera is going to come in to pitch for Cincinnati. Danny Herrera has no wins, no losses, no saves, 7.36 ERA, pitched 7 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. All right, he's done with his opening toss-ups. Here's the pitch to Ryan Howard, 0 for 2. And that's going to be 3-1. 3-1 is going to be a possible error. And that is going to be 4-6. 4-6 is a single pass done. Dunn's error rating is at a 1 to 5. That's a 13. And Howard leads off with a single. All right, next up, Pat Burrell. Burrell batting 1 for 3. Already has a home run, 2 RBIs, strategy roll 15. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-5. 3-5 is a strike. That's a 12. The 14, too high. And that is going to be 6-4. 6-4 is going to be a double.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall, and one hops the wall.
And Burrell on with a double. Howard goes over to third, gets the hold sign. So the Phillies now once again have a runner in scoring position. Jeff Jenkins up. Jenkins 0 for 2 with a walk. Strategy roll 4. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2 at the ballpark. So we're going to Great American Park. And that's going to be 2-1. 2-1 is a double.
And it's a double.
Double pass done. That's going to score Howard. That's going to score Burrell. The Phillies score 2 runs. It is now 8-3 Philadelphia. here in the 7th inning, top of the 7th. No outs. Infield going to double play depth. They're going to go out there and talk to Danny on the mound real quick as Pedro Flores steps up into the batter's box. All right, they calm him down a little bit. Here's the pitch. Pedro 3 for 3 on the game today. 5-6, strikeout. 7, the 13, too high. And that's going to be 2-5. 2-5 is a fly ball out there to Patterson.
Out!
And that is an out. Jenkins gets the hold sign.
Everybody clap your hands.
All right, as Carlos Ruiz comes up, here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. 2-2 strike. That's a 4. The 19 too high. And that's going to be 1-2. 1-2 is a ground ball to first. And that is going to move Jenkins to third. The out is at first.
Ow!
So with that, Kyle Kendrick is 1 for 2 on the game today with a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. However, they are not going to let him take this hit against Danny. So they are going to bring in Eric Barlett to pinch hit. Barlett batting 1,000. 4-5. Wild pitch on a 1-2. That is a passed ball. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're going to re-pitch that. So that is our re-roll. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is a walk. Danny is tired. However, that's a 13. The 19, too high. 5-2, pop up to Rosales. And sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So the Phillies are going to bring in their relief pitcher. So we have a left switch left coming up. So we're going to try to go to switch them over to a left and so they're going to bring in J.R. Swindell for this. But real quick before we continue on, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Phillies. Let's take a look real quick at the box score for the Phillies after 6-1 after the top half of the 7th has been played. The Phillies have 8 runs. They've scored in every inning so far except for the first and the second when Cincinnati took the 2-run lead in the second. Cincinnati have scored in the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, and have been shut out in the 6th and the 7th. So they've been only shut down in 4 innings so far as we head into the 7th. Philadelphia, 8 runs on 12 hits. Cincinnati, 3 runs on 5 hits. So with that, JR, let's bring up his stats. He has a 7.71 ERA, pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Kyle Kendrick pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. ERA of 4.50. And Gary Majowski pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 home run. ERA of 54.0. And Danny Herrera pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. Right now, an ERA of 18. Joey Vito, here's the pitch. He's 2 for 2. And that's going to be 4-4. 4-4 is a range play. And that is going to be 4-4. That's going to be a single to Jenkins.
And a high shot down the right side.
Jenkins ranges in a 1-3. That's a 4.
He doesn't have it.
And Vito leads off with a single. Cincinnati down by 5. But like we always say, no lead safe. An inside pitch. And that is going to bring up Xavier Valentine. He's 1 for 2 with a double. RBI. Runner in first infield at normal depth. 5-6. Home run. That's a 5. That's an 8. And Cincinnati has a 2-run home run from Xavier Valentine.
Back, gone.
And that ball is out of here. 2-run home run. And the Reds cut the lead down to 3. So Danny not going to take the hit. They're not going to risk having him get injured. And that's going to bring up Ryan Hannigan. Ryan Hannigan is going to be the pinch hitter. Here's the pitch. 2-3 at the ballpark. So we're going to go to Great American Park for this play. And that's going to be 4-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to Flores.
Out.
Gets it. Tosses it over to Howard for out number 1. We go to the top of the order. Corey Patterson 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is a walk. That's a 2. The 12 too high. 3-1. And that is going to be a single. For Patterson. Patterson with a single. Here's the pitch. And that is going to bring up Jeff Keppinger. 19. So it's going to be a sacrifice play. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-3 at the ballpark. However, that is going to be a successful sacrifice bunt.
Ow!
2 outs. Corey now on second. And that's going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. 16 on the strategy die. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-6. 3-6. Hit by pitch. No, that's a 0. The 8 is too high. Swindles hit by pitch. Minus is 10. 5-6. Fly ball to Victorino.
Out!
And that's going to retire the side. So for Cincinnati, once again, they have to go to the bullpen. And we have a switch left coming up. And with that, They're going to bring in... They're going to let Kent Merker take over as pitcher. Merker has 1 win. Well, so far in the replay, he's only pitched 1 inning and allowed 1 hit. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 7, it's Philadelphia 8, Cincinnati 5. And due up after 7, it's Philly 8, Cincinnati 5. We go to the top of the 8th. It is Jimmy, Shane, and Chase due up. Kent Mercer on the mound now for Cincinnati. And for Danny Herrera, he pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, ERA 18. And Merker can face 4 batters before he's tired. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Rollins. He does have to face the top of the lineup. So he has to face off against 2 switch hitters first. 2-1, strike. That's a 4. 14 too high. 1-1, double star 5, and that is a fly ball out there to Patterson.
Out!
For out number 1. Shane Victorino, 2 for 4. With an RBI already with a ribby in the game today. And that's going to be 3-6 the pitch. Strikeout 8, 16, too high. And that's going to be 3-5. That is going to be a double.
It's a double.
And Victorino with a double. Chase Utley. Utley is 0 for 3. With a strike, a run, and an RBI, here's the pitch. 1-1, blank. 1-1, ground ball to Keppinger. That is going to move Victorino over to scoring position. And 1 out.
Out!
2 outs, sorry. 2 outs. Infield at normal depth. And that's going to bring up Ryan Howard. Howard 1 for 3 with a run scored. Victorino ready to pounce on and bring another run home. Here's the pitch. 1-5. Strike. 17. That's a 6. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss! Struck him out!
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Adam, and Ryan due up for Cincinnati. And the Phillies are going to leave RJ in to pitch the rest of this inning. So here's the pitch to Adam. 6-3, range play at the ballpark. And that's going to be 5-6, ground ball to first.
Hard ground ball.
Ryan Howard's range is on a 1-2. That's a 3, and that's a single.
He doesn't have it!
So they're going to go out and talk to RJ real quick on the mound. All right, they come back ready. Adam Dunn. Here's the pitch. Dunn is 1 for 3 with a home run, a strike, a walk, and an RBI. 4-2. That's a strike. The 14. That's a 14. The 16. Too high. Infield, by the way, at normal depth. And that's going to be 1-6. That's going to be a double.
It's a double.
And Rosales stays at third, so he will not score. He gets the hold. By the way, strategy rolls are turned off. Ryan Phil 0 for 3, 4-2. That's a strike. 7. That's a 13. The 13 too high. And that's going to be 4-1. 4-1 ground ball to the shortstop to Rollins. And is he going to try to score? Yes. Are they going to try for the auto out at first? No. So, with that, Rollins is out at home. Rosales is forced down at home.
Ow!
Dunn moves to third. Farrell on at first. And that is a fielder's choice. All right. Joey Vito up. Vito is 3 for 3. Runners on first and third. So the Phillies have runners on the corners. Corners are going to be in. Here's the pitch. 1 out. 6-6. Possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be 2-2. That's going to be a single pass to Victorino. Victorino's error rating is on a 1 to 3. That's a 12. And that scores a run. So that cuts the lead down to 2. Xavier Valentine up. Valentine is 2 for 3. The pitch, strategy roll, 11. Strategy rolls it back on. 3-6. Hit by pitch. That's a 0. Don't need to worry about that. 1-2. That is a power hit 9. Past Jenkins. That is a 7. That's a double.
And it's a double.
Vito on third. And the Phillies are going to make that important call to the bullpen. So the Phillies making that important call to the bullpen. We have a left, right coming up. And they are going to bring in C.J. Romero to set this up. Romero, 2 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Swindle pitched 1 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 home run. Yeah. And that is a 27.69 ERA. So that's going to be a 6 on that. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. We're going to bring him and try to close out this inning. 1-6. That's a double star. That's a ground ball to Rollins. And is he going to try to score? No. And the out is at first.
Out!
So 2 outs. Got him out at first. And it is now 8-7. So it's a 1-run lead for Philly. We go to the top of the order. Corey Patterson, strategy roll 10. Infield at normal depth. 3-1. Strikeout plus. That's a 20. That's a 15. We add 11. He struck him out looking.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
So with that, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. It is after 8. It's Philadelphia 8, Cincinnati 7. We go to But will we see some ninth inning magic? Due up for the Phillies, it's Pat Burrell, Jeff Jenkins, and Pedro Feliz. And that's going to do it for Kent Merker. Kent is done. We have a right, left, right coming up. And they are going to bring in Jeremy has 1 win, 1 loss, 3.33 ERA, 78 and 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 78 hits, 80 strikeouts, and 25 walks. Take a look here at the stats real quick. Kent Merker pitched 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout. CJ Romeo so far only pitched 2/3 of an inning, so we're going to see how he does, what the Phillies do with him. Taking a look here at the box score real quick. After 8 innings, Phillies was shut out in that inning, and the Cincinnati managed to come back, scoring 2. So they are within 1. It's Pat, Jeff, and Pedro due up. Here's the pitch. Pat Burrell, 2 for 4. 5-4 at the ballpark. 1-6. Single plus 9. That's going to be an S plus to Griffey. And that is a double roll. Is less than or equal to the adjusted base run. And that is a double. Pat Burrell on with a double. Jeff Jenkins now up. Jenkins is 1 for 3. Strategy roll 9. Infield at double play depth. The pitch. And that's going to be 5-3. 5-3 is a strike. That's a 13. That's a 1. He struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 1 out. Runner in first, infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll 16. Nothing going on there. Pedro Feliz. He's 3 for 4. The pitch. And that is going to be 4-2. That's a strike. That's a 7. That's a 2. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
All right. 2 outs. Runner in second. Carlos Ruiz up. He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 2. Infield at normal depth. And that's going to be 1-2. 1-2 range play. And that's going to be 4-2. Ground ball to Frill.
Hard ground ball.
Ranges on a 1-3. That's a 4. That gets by him.
Let that ball get by him.
And that's going to score Pat because that turns into a double. That turned into a double. Carlos stretched that to a double as CJ Romero comes up. Romero not taking the hit. They're going to bring in Chris Coste to pinch hit. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 13. That's a 9. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So with that, the Phillies call on their main closer, Brad Lidge. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Brad Lidge on the mound to try to get the save for the Phillies. Here's the pitch to Keppinger. 1 for 3. 1-2. Possible error. That's a 2. That's a strikeout.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And that is going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey, 0 for 3. The pitch is 5-2. That's a blank. That's a 1, and he struck him out.
He struck him out.
2 outs. The Cincinnati down to their last out. Adam Rosales is up. He's 1 for 4. And that's going to be 5-4. That's going to be a double question mark. And that is a question mark 1 to 4. That's a 9. However, the 9 is out of range. That's an 18. 18 clears the special K. 5-5. Ground ball to Fariz. He gets it. Tosses it over to Rollins. Tags it. And that's the ball game, folks. Philadelphia wins here in Cincinnati 9-5. Final line score coming right up. What a game. Philadelphia pulling out a win here in Cincinnati, stretching their lead to 4-0. Cincinnati drops to 2-2. So Philadelphia 9 runs on 15 hits. Cincinnati 7 runs, 12 on 12 hits, 1 error. Kyle Kendrick gets the win. Josh Frog picks up the loss. Brad Lidge gets the save. Pat Burrell and Carlos Fariz both with home runs in this game. Fariz has 2, hit 2 in today's game. Cincinnati, Adam Dunn, Xavier Valentin, and Joey Vito pick up all home runs as well. And let's take a look at the stats here, how everyone did. Josh Frog, we'll start with the Phillies. Kyle Kendrick gets the win. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs, ERA 4.50. Josh Frog gets the loss for Cincinnati in today's game. He pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, ERA 5.40. And Brad Lidge gets the save, pitched 1 inning, and allowed 2 hits. So that's going to do it for us here at Great American Ballpark. If you like what you see here, give the video a thumbs up. And until next time, I'm Scooney 007, and we'll see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with